And we're live.
Okay, cool. All right.
Hello.
Hey, so
Dylan is still doesn't have mic privileges.
I think he's sick. I don't know what he's got.
He's sick of mic privileges.
Probably. Um, I think he's just been playing video games this whole time.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah. So I think today we're gonna do an episode on turbocharging, and I guess specifically, it all kind of came up from trying to figure out what the first turbocharged car was.
hmm
Um, so I don't know if you know the answer or not.
I've gotten
Um,
conflicting dates.
Yeah. So just to be clear, we're talking about like just a production car,
hmm
right? Like a road car.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So what'd you find?
So I have. Hold on, let me get my notes. I should have done this beforehand. It's either I've narrowed down to two cars. It's either the Chevrolet Spider Corvair Turbo or something along the lines of that name, or
Yeah.
it's the Oldsmobile Jetfire Turbo Rocket V8. It's one of those two, and I think those cars were sold within a month of each other.
Right. So,
Yeah,
hmm
I don't. It's I don't know. One Chevy has the flat six, and then Oldsmobile has the V8. So I don't know exactly which one came first, but it's within a month.
yeah, it's close because I don't know what you would consider like first. I don't actually know when they went on sale or anything, but um, you can. Do you know when they were unveiled?
Six. Oh well, I think it was.
1962, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say 62, but I don't know if that's
hmm
when the turbos were introduced or not. I think because I know
So,
they started development
yeah.
in '59, I think, for the turbo engines or the Corvair, one of the two. I'm mixing my dates up now, but
So
for sure.
the
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead, go for it.
The one that I went off of to determine, I guess just like my criteria for being first was the first one showed to the public,
Okay,
which would go to the Corvair. So
gotcha.
it's the Corvair Monza Spider Turbo.
A Monza Spider. Okay.
Monza Spider Turbo. So the turbo was just like a an RPO. The it's just a code
In
to
61, I guess. Or no.
no, but the turbo
Oh,
code,
okay.
the RPO 690 was shown in 1962,
Okay.
but it was at the Chicago Auto Show,
Gotcha.
which I've tried to find the date exactly of when that show started.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was February.
Gotcha.
I don't have an actual date to
Well,
confirm that.
well,
I mean, I guess once you go back like that far in time,
mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to find like exact dates on it, but like on anything, like things just weren't as well documented, or they just haven't been uploaded to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't find the actual day that the Chevy Turbo or the Corvair Turbo was unveiled, but I
Gotcha.
think it was around February 62.
Okay.
Whereas the Oldsmobile was April 1962.
So, oh, you said, what do you say for the Corvair? Sorry. 61?
February 62.
Oh, okay. So watch. I know Wikipedia can't be too credible, but look
Mhm.
at this sentence right. Monza options in the convertible Corvair. Second production automobiles supplied with a turbocharger.
Oh, okay. What does it say? With the Oldsmobile Turbojet being released earlier in 62.
Right.
Where does that link go to if you click on that number 23 right after
Oh,
1960? No, no, no. Yeah, that little,
the Corvair.
oh,
Oh,
just the Corvair.
right
And
here.
then click on that thing that says turbocharging perform. Yeah. We might not be able to see it.
Uh, come on, load, load. Oh, no,
You have to
nothing.
scroll down and then that's
No,
all you get to
it.
see.
Oh, really? Okay, this is all I can see then.
Yeah. Oh well. It might not have all the info we need.
Okay.
I don't know. I know that the Oldsmobile was unveiled at the New York Auto Show in that year, in the same year.
Okay.
But then the
Maybe
Chicago show was sooner.
I'll say maybe the Monza was revealed first, but the Oldsmobile was put into production before. Because it says it's second
That's
production. To
that
be
that
fair.
that could be it. I really couldn't find dates on when they actually were
No, yeah.
released, so that could be the difference. But needless to say, they were like around the same time.
Right. Like within the same year.
Definitely.
Because
I was surprised.
when I clicked on this car, I was trying to find the release date of the engine, and it said something about within a month or so. Oh, jeez, I'm already lost.
I believe you. Yeah, I mean, either way, it was really close.
Right,
And yeah, like I said, I'm guessing that it was February '62 for the auto show. It might
right,
not have been. It might have been after. It might have been. I don't know. But yeah, definitely, those were the first.
right.
Um, Now, something that I found kind of interesting about the Oldsmobile was that it had water meth injection.
It did, but you know why?
Uh-huh. Well,
I
I'm guessing because it had a carb,
that, but
because you couldn't
also
get it.
because it had issues where it would start knocking.
Yeah.
I
I
was
mean,
like, oh, that's
nowadays you
really
can
cool.
do 10. It had a high compression ratio, but nowadays you can do that with engine like electronic fuel injection.
Did you
You can
look at
handle it.
the max PSI on the Oldsmobile? It's
Actually,
laughable.
no. What is it?
So the max performance of that car peak, it was
Yeah.
at 2200 RPM, it was 5 PSI max.
Really?
Oh, did it say? Does it say right here? Two. Yeah. Oh, so 215 horsepower. It had a decent amount of torque actually. But I was surprised.
215 horse with 300. Wow, that's actually pretty good.
It doesn't say here, but I found another article. But it said 5 PSI max.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. The
It was a Garrett T5 turbo. If you really want to know which one it
yeah.
is, super small. Because it's probably not even intercooled at all to begin with. It's just super low
I doubt
boost.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even think that was
yeah.
really the intention was like,
It was more, hey, we have turbos. We're cool now.
well, I think yeah, probably
and,
like
and well, you do have more horsepower too,
the
regardless.
marketing was definitely like the the jet set era. It's like an airplane sort of
Right.
thing.
Well, yeah,
But
that's where turbos got their real boost in popularity is from World War II because everything got fitted with turbos.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then I mean it was cool like if you lived somewhere in high altitude because that was the first time you would have like
Oh yeah.
more consistent performance like, you would have like a similar power
Hmm.
output regardless of elevation. It wouldn't be as dramatic of a drop off.
Right,
Um,
and then you don't have to worry about the loss from a supercharger
that's the thing,
from the
right?
drain, I should say.
Supercharging had been around 30 years,
Oh
40 years
no.
before this.
Oh yeah, I think supercharger is like the early 1900s.
Right, like it had been around way before, but like, yeah, I think I don't know why they wouldn't do it
Well,
around this time.
the initial prototype for the turbo was early 1900s as well.
That's true.
It was like
It
19.
just didn't hit
What was it?
commercial, like
Swiss
normal vehicles.
engineer Alfred Bucci or Bucky or something. I don't know.
But yeah, I
Bucci.
don't know.
Yeah.
So, when I was reading about these cars or about just the history of turbocharging, I
Hmm.
kind of came upon uh, some other firsts for turbocharging
Okay.
that I thought were pretty interesting.
I have a
So,
couple as well.
really? Okay.
Hit me, buddy.
Do you want to go?
Uh, all right. The first plane.
Oh, okay. I actually don't know. I don't know anything about
It's
planes.
maybe I don't, you and I are the wrong person for this, but Dylan would be
Yeah,
perfect. It's the
yeah.
I gotta spell this out. Hold on. La Pera biplane.
Is it French?
It was
Sounds French.
yep. It's a has a V12.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and yeah, it was just this is the first turbocharged plane.
That's kind of cool.
Yep,
It was a V12 or like a radial design.
a V12.
Wow.
You can see the right here in this picture the
Oh
exhaust on the
yeah,
side.
they're
Yeah,
like in a bank. Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, I don't know this. I don't know
yeah.
this
No, Dylan would be
stuff at all.
the best person to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sure there's also a lot of really interesting turbocharged planes that were the first to do something.
Hmm.
Um, I want to just just kind of go back to cars
Okay,
because that's what we know.
that's fine. Yeah.
So the the first, this is one that I struggled to find. The first turbocharged car to compete in Le Mans. I
Oh,
couldn't find it.
let me see if I can guess the time period. Oh, you couldn't find it. Okay.
I couldn't find it. I actually don't know. My guess would be probably a Saab.
Yeah, they're pretty early on
Probably.
into the
I don't even
motorsports
know if there was a
turbos.
Saab that competed, but it would have probably been in the
Oh,
70s, early 70s, maybe
maybe.
late 60s. That's my best guess. It's just like I would expect it to be around those time periods. Um, but what about the first turbocharged race car?
Ooh, so like official racer, because I know in the 50s and 60s, a bunch of hot rods got a hold of them because
See, that's
World
an
War
interesting
II.
one. Yeah, that's where it kind of gets like a gray area.
Because
So I
they were
guess
doing
anyone with
modifying their Model A's and those five, the deluxe coupes and all that jazz.
right. And actually, going back to the Corvairs, I found that in '62, some guy took a turbo Corvair engine and made a race car out of it, but never competed with the turbo engine.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't a Corvair, it was a 1962 Devon C, where the C was like the Corvair engine.
Devon's
Devon with an I, Devin.
high-end Devon C like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Oh, which I should probably switch my numbers around over here too.
Oh yeah, 1962. That
Oh,
car.
oh, I've seen this thing before somewhere.
Yeah,
Or like this shape.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely. But
Flat
from what
six.
I found, it didn't actually compete with the turbo engine. It
Okay.
competed with the normal Corvair engine.
Oh, the non-turboed flat six.
Yeah, like they took the engine out. I don't know.
Okay.
Again, it's kind of hard to find
Hmm.
hard like evidence or facts on this. Um, so I think a more kind of like hard line or like a just an easier one to categorize as the first turbo car. I went with uh the first, well, the Porsche 917-10. This one was an interesting one. Um, it's the
Okay.
one that's kind of boxy. Yeah, that one. One of these. I think the first one was probably not these. It was, I don't remember.
These are the crazy horsepower one, like the Can-Am ones. No, yeah, these are like the
They were
1600 horsepower ones, I think.
insane. This is just before, like this is the beginning of how insane they got. So they
Yeah.
got even crazier after this. But
Hmm.
this one was crazy. So from what I found, it's probably also the first turbocharged car to hit 200 miles an hour
Oh yeah,
on like
that would make
as like
sense.
a road racer. You know what I
On
mean?
Le Mans or just in general?
I'm thinking like Le Mans or just any road racing. Yeah, Le Mans. I From what I read, it was able to do 220 miles an hour on the straight of Nürburgring
Oh
on the Nürburgring
wow,
straightaway. Yeah,
that's a sketchy track. That is a bumpy track too.
yeah, that's not a wide track to be doing. I mean, I guess neither is Le Mans straightaway because it has the walls,
Right,
but to be doing 200.
and look at the safety on this car. Just a little tube over your head. That's it.
Yeah, and I think you're like surrounded with like fuel tanks. I don't know. It's
And
crazy.
it's knowing
It's
that fuel
insane.
is probably like rocket fuel or some really volatile, completely explosive substance.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, exactly. So that one first competed, the first like debuted
Okay.
June of 1972 for Can-Am, but then it also later competed in Le Mans. I don't know if it won Le Mans, but
Okay.
regardless, I mean the numbers are insane.
Okay.
Apparently, it does 0 to 300 kilometers an hour in like 11 seconds.
Whoa, that's
Yeah,
180 miles an hour.
186 or whatever. Yeah,
86. That is. He said in 10 seconds.
11.1 is what
Oh my,
the number I
two.
found.
My car
And
does.
again, they got
That's a.
crazier.
That's what my car. No, wow. I was gonna say that my car doesn't do
No,
that quarter mile. No, never mind.
it really puts into perspective how fast these cars.
Really are for early
Yeah,
on.
yeah, like how big of a jump this was from 10 years prior, right? Like 10 years before this, you had to have like a big V8 to do that, to have big power or a big flat 12 or whatever, but they were not 1,000 horsepower. They were like 600 horsepower.
Yeah, these
So
things are
yeah, I mean
super
this,
light too.
Yeah, because
Is this a
well,
flat 6 or 12?
this one was a flat 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
This still air cooled?
air cooled.
Okay.
Well, oil cooled because they
Okay.
had a big oil tank to. Yeah, it had air fins, but it used oil as well. It had a big oil reservoir, like 20 liters, 30 liters, something crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But here's another well, interesting first for Porsche, for turbocharged Porsches.
Okay.
Um, what was the, wait, hold on, where do I have it right here? The first turbocharged 911.
The first, okay, so we got the, I'm trying to think. There's the 930, maybe? The 3.0?
Mhm. Yeah. So that one, um, when did that release? Like 1978 or so?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
I think 77, 78.
Pre
Um,
80s. Between 75, I guess? Or no,
but I
hold on.
don't know if the turbo was the turbo. Oh yeah, I guess so.
Does it say when? Let me like type in
Yeah, no, I think you're no, I think you're right. It is the sorry, it's a 930, so that would be the turbo.
flat nose
I
tapped.
think it was according to that 75.
Okay.
No, that's another engine.
Oh,
That's the one
yeah.
with that crazy McLaren tag engine.
Oh, okay.
That's one.
We don't want slat nose.
No, I think it's the first at the towards the top where it's a 75. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, here we go. Yeah, 75 for the 3 liter SP. That was a turbo. And then, yeah, they updated it to the 3.3 afterwards.
so a couple years before this, they made a car. It was a 911 1974 Carrera RSR 2.1. That one, the silver one.
Oh, I think it looks cool. Oh,
It looks crazy,
damn,
huh?
look at that wing.
Yeah.
We saw something
So it was a
similar at Canepa one time.
yeah, we did, and it was that one was a little later. That one was like a 76 Inner
Okay.
Series. I think that was a Group 5 car.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just a bit before that.
Man, oh, this is a video game, or it looks like a
But
video game.
still, you get the idea. Like
Look at
the
this.
proportions are insane.
Yeah, that thing. Oh man, I love those wide body Porsches in the back.
Yeah. So that's a cool one, right?
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and then a year before that, Porsche was kind of messing around with a prototype.
Okay.
So if you search, hold on, how would you? Oh, I just have a link here actually because I didn't know how else to.
Okay.
I don't know what it's officially called.
Gotcha.
So I'll send you the link on group chat. And
Oh, the picture?
is it a picture? Oh, I think so.
Yeah, you sent a
Anyway,
picture.
that this was 1973, and it's
Fair.
like a heavily modified car made to
Okay.
be a prototype. Like it was, they made it as a prototype
This
only.
almost looks like a yellow bird.
It kind of does, but this is 73.
Right. This is very clean, very, like sleeper looking.
It looks awesome. And
Hmm.
you know what's cool is for a while I looked into this car. It's the only one,
Oh.
and yeah, like it's just the one. Like it had like a bunch of miles on it.
Hmm.
Like this one,
Oh, this is like a
apparently,
test mule or something.
yeah, like some guy owns it here in America,
Oh, wow.
as of a couple years ago at least, and it had like close to like 80,000 miles on it. So it probably
Wow.
has more now. I don't know. I'm
Look
sure it
how,
does.
just thinking about it, look how tiny this thing is. Like this dude's standing behind and you can clearly see him
Oh
over it.
yeah, they were tiny cars back then.
Hmm. These
Yeah, they
towers are what,
were
like 16s maybe?
no, probably 15s.
Okay. Because I know the
They were
turbos
still
early on, they're really small tires. I don't know if these were
yeah.
bigger.
Well, like a normal 911. I don't know what the numbers are on this one. I don't know horsepower. I don't know anything.
Okay.
All I know is that it was a 3 liter engine,
Right.
but
Wasn't that a 3 speed or was it a 4 speed, the original 3 liter?
4 speed was the original like
Okay.
930 turbo
Gotcha.
was a four
The
speed, but
Widowmaker.
yeah, the first. So those are 11-inch rear wheels.
Yeah,
Those are 11
I
inches
was just
wide.
looking at that right now. I was like, dude, these are
Yeah,
gnarly.
yeah. But like an original, like let's say like if you look at a normal 911 from this time period, they only weigh like 2,100 pounds.
Do they?
Like a
2100?
1973, like a not a 930, like a
Oh,
normal 911. I mean, from the same time period.
so like the 1970 something.
Yeah, like an early 70s 911. It would have weighed around
Because,
2,100
okay, yeah,
pounds. 20.
these are a little on the heavier side, and these are 2600 pounds. That's still pretty light.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, I can't imagine it weighing more than like 23, 2,400 pounds, and it probably has 300 horsepower. Like, it's a fast car, even
Right.
today. So, I really like that silver prototype.
Yeah,
Just thought
definitely.
it's such a cool
Oh,
car.
I forgot about this thing.
Oh, yeah. The crazy body. Um, so that was just another kind of interesting fact.
Hmm.
Here's another Porsche first for turbocharging, because Porsche was really like they were
The,
really the driving force behind getting turbocharging in motorsport,
okay.
like at least in my eyes, because before then you had like if you go back a couple years, you have like Fords in Le Mans, right? Like in the late 60s.
Okay.
Yeah, you have Fords with their V8s, you have Ferraris with their flat 12s, Porsches with the flat 12s. I think there was like the French Matra car, which I think had a V8. I don't remember, but I don't think they were turbo. And it wasn't until I think it was 1976 that the first turbocharged car won at Le Mans.
Oh, okay.
So it was a Porsche 936, and it's a successor to the 917. So it's similar
Okay.
chassis underneath, right? But it's made around this new turbo flat six.
Oh, this thing looks way different.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like very Porsche to me.
yeah. I kind of like it. I like how round the cockpit looks.
Hmm.
Like if you go down to the bottom row, the second image from that one. Look at how like tight that. Yeah, that image.
Oh yeah, he's like barely. His hands are covered up. His hands are like underneath the
I
part
think
down
that's
here.
such a cool angle for that car. And look at that
This.
big ass intake.
Oh yeah, this huge snorkel. This reminds me a little bit of the new LMDH or LMH car they kind of got going from the front.
Oh yeah, the like sort of wide, low headlights.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh, so that was kind of cool. I didn't know that this was the first overall uh, turbocharged victory for Le Mans.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, going back to that silver one, I think it got second overall at Le Mans. That's that crazy silver 911.
Oh, the
What was
prototype
that?
car you're talking about?
The 911, like the not the prototype, sorry, the one before that, the crazy wing 2.1 RSR,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
the one
That,
that had like the martini paint but on the silver. Uh, that one I think was second overall in
oh,
not
please.
that one. Keep going.
Yeah. I know. I closed the tab out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, whatever. So that one, I think it got second overall in Le Mans. So it
Okay.
almost got. Well, I mean, I don't know how close the race was to be honest, but you
Hmm.
get the idea.
Right. Okay.
Um, what about this
I
one? What about the first? Sorry, go ahead.
as I say, I got one for a first for you.
Tell me. Yeah, I won't stop.
The first diesel with the turbo. You might know this one. I have a feeling.
It's a Mercedes,
It is.
is my guess.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's the big one. There's the big Mercedes the S class one, the W126.
it's this big boy right here.
Yeah, 300 SD.
I've got this fucking thing.
It's the SD because the D is not
Oh,
the
okay.
300D is like that's the one I have. Like that's a W123.
Oh yeah.
SD was the bigger one.
I've ridden in something similar. Maybe I might have ridden in like where they changed the headlights where it was a single beam instead of quad beam.
Yeah.
I rode them. Man, these things they're so slow and noisy. But like my friend, my neighbor, like growing up in my old apartment, my neighbor, like two houses down, his mom had one of these in like a silver color. This is more bluish, but
Yeah.
like this color. And anytime your car would get above 55 or 60, it would just start spewing smoke out the exhaust for some
Oh
weird
shit.
reason. But anything under 55 was fine. But you could hear that lady
Yeah.
coming. You can hear that lady coming like 2 blocks away. It
That's like
was,
mine. The 82 Mercedes 240D, so mine's even slower because it's a non-turbo,
not turbo diesel.
and it's a non-turbo, and it's the one with less cylinders.
Okay. Oh, this one has what, a six, straight six or something?
They made a six, they made a five, an inline five, and they made an inline four, and mine has a four.
Jeez, yours is
So it's an
like
inline four
you lose
non-turbo,
you lose it up, you lose speed going down a hill in that thing.
and I think it had like a weird valve issue or something with the pump. I don't know, because it was not running on all cylinders, so to speak.
These
It
were a
had,
huge deal though. This SD, they were the first to
oh
kind
yeah,
of popularize and kind of cool it up with the diesel in a sense.
yeah, definitely. I mean,
Hmm.
after this, like they sold like crazy.
Yeah.
Like in the smaller car, like the one I have.
What
Yeah,
did
all
you
those
have?
diesels. There were so many. I have a 123 W123, 1982, but it's not a 300D.
1982 W123.
Yeah, it's a pretty common car for like
Oh
Mercedes.
god, this color is like ingrained. This Mercedes with this color,
That's my color. Yeah,
it's like
that's my
that.
color.
It's like that chalk yellow kind of.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't like the color.
I don't like it either, but it's like this
Yeah.
color and this body style. And this is like forever ingrained in my head. Oh, look
Um,
at this thing right here. This thing's kind of
but
nice.
I like, yeah, I was gonna say I liked it because it was going off topic. I got it because it was a diesel title in California, which meant smog exempt
Mm, yeah. Okay.
before 1998. So the plan, I mean, I was like 22 when I got it. So the plan was to like swap it with something fast, like a V8 or
Oh,
something.
well, you can get away
And
with smog if it's swapped.
yeah, they
Oh
won't
no
ever
shit.
know. You just keep changing
Oh
tags.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That's it.
They assume you're a good citizen and keep it stock, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no like reason. I don't think there's any like cause for them to look under the hood or whatever. I mean, I'm sure
Pulled
you
over in
could
state
get in
reft.
trouble. Yeah, but I don't know.
Hmm.
I always wanted to swap in. Though those wheels look nice.
I was
They're
gonna say the
like
back tire looks
they look
smaller than the front.
yeah, yeah. I like those like little white line tires, but
Hmm.
I wanted the AMG Penta wheels on the
I
on the
I don't know what that is. Let me see. AMG Penta wheels.
yeah, they're from like a SL.
Oh, these okay. These thick five spoke.
Those
Okay,
on the 123 lowered, and then they make like like a front lip that looks really nice for the 123.
gotcha.
And I have the big US bumper, so if it had the Euro bumper, I mean basically if it was a totally different car, I'd like
Oh,
it.
you got that like that
Um,
6-inch extension on the front bumper,
yeah, yeah, the crash bumpers.
like this thing right here,
Um,
right?
which one?
Like one of these
Yeah,
two.
they're like that, but the European one has like a smaller,
Is
nicer
this the
one,
little lip kit thing you're
non-inferior.
talking about?
Which one? Yeah, yeah, that
This with the
one, and then
Pentastar?
those with the Penta wheels, and then those headlights are nicer too. Those
Yeah.
like flat headlights.
Yeah.
So like if that car instead of having a diesel four cylinder whatever it has like 70 horsepower. Take that out, and then you put in something like an old Mercedes inline six
Hmm.
gas engine with the 5 speed,
Indestructible.
like an M103 inline six, um, 12 valve with the 5 speed. It would make like I mean, it would make like 160 horsepower, which is more than double.
Right.
Like it's a big increase.
Definitely is double.
Um, yeah, and then they handle really well because they have four-wheel independent
Oh
suspension,
no shit, really?
four-wheel disc brakes. Yeah, like they're nice driving cars. Actually, Dylan had one, five-cylinder automatic coupe.
Ooh, this
Those
thing
wheels are
is
nice.
nice. I was gonna say this like
Yeah,
if you cut the image off right here, it reminds me of like an old Bentley on Arnage or some shit, like with the
yeah, it
quad
definitely
headlights.
has that look. Yeah, Dylan had a five-cylinder, non-turbo automatic coupe. So that's a
Okay,
C123. Very nice car, and it handled really nice.
gotcha.
Um, but also slow. It's still slow as hell.
This
But yeah, this
trunk
was
looks really short. I don't know why it stood out really a lot. This roof line's kind of weird. Anyways, sorry.
yeah. I mean, they're slow as hell.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I've ridden it several times.
yeah. Okay, here. Let's go back to Turbocharged.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got one for you.
Turbocharged.
Or go ahead.
Tell me.
First motorcycle.
Norton.
No, it's the
Suzuki?
nope.
I'm guessing at this point.
The Honda
Really?
CX 500
Is that the
turbo.
V4?
I believe
I think
so.
it's a V4. Oh no, twin. What is it? I can't read. Is it a V twin?
I don't know nothing about motorcycles. You're the motorcycle guy. It's a
No,
V
I don't.
twin.
Okay. Because they had a V4 line, but those were the VF
Is
something.
this the
Yeah.
same one that has that slant six? I think it is.
That's
Or,
a GL.
oh, okay.
Oh, I guess it's a I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, those are
they
the
also have
GL.
they have a really crazy really crazy sounding the CX something. I forget what it's called. You told me about it.
There's so many crazy engines that Honda made. There's the inline six. There's a really nice inline six that I
Okay.
think is the one you're talking about that used to race in Isle of Man.
Okay.
Um, there's an insane 50cc motorcycle that made like 330 horsepower per liter. I mean, it
Jeez.
wasn't that much horsepower when you scale it down to 50 cc's,
Hmm.
but it was, and it had like a 10 speed transmission or like a 9
10?
speed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like you were always in the power band. It was a two-stroke 50cc from like the 60s.
Hmm.
Honda has made some amazing engines. They make a
Definitely.
V4. They make a really nice V4 with gear-driven cams. It
Gear
sounds
driven. Okay.
awesome. Yeah, it has like a crazy, supposed to be like super reliable. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha.
But I didn't know there was a turbo one. I forgot about this, or
Hmm.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
really cool looking. CX 500 turbo. Very
19
nice.
psi. That's pretty. That's a healthy amount.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Especially for a bike
5
like this. Yeah.
Yeah. It must have had some pretty nice fuel injection, like a pretty modern fuel injection system.
It was the first to
Oh,
have
it says,
apparently
oh yeah, there
program
you
fuel
go.
injection. Oh, sorry. First to have.
Yeah, I'm reading that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So what you got? What are you gonna say then?
first turbo, first turbocharged car, production car, to hit 200 miles an hour.
Oof. F40.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Because
I don't
I was
know.
about to say the XJ220, but that only got to like.
No, that was
Not,
later.
oh, was it okay?
That was later. That was like a 91, 92.
Okay.
This is 87.
The year I was born.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, I don't know. I think there were like some roofs out there. I don't really know if those don't
Right,
really
and
count
then
for production.
the 959. I think they were trying to get, but then they had the 95 or God, I always mix up 959S as well. That one eventually broke it
Yeah, but that was like a
after
year
this
or
thing.
two later, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. And then there was
It was like
a,
201, right? I think this thing hit or something like that, or 202, 3,
I
something.
think the Diablo was advertised as 201.
Okay,
There was something there where they were like, it's better. Like it's stupid.
we're so much faster.
Yeah, it's literally like they just advertised it as 1 kilometer an hour
Hmm.
faster, 1 mile an hour faster.
Right.
Um, I think it's this one.
Okay.
Um, first turbocharged car to compete in rally.
Saab.
That's what I thought. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to find out information. It's pretty hard. That's how I ended up looking at like those Ram Charger rally cars.
Oh, okay.
Like I was just looking at like 70s, 80s stuff. 60s. I don't think there was anything in the 60s. My best guesses would be either like a Saab 90
Okay. Yeah.
or a BMW 2002 Turbo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the BMW.
Yeah. That might have been. Was that the? No, that might have been like the first European production turbo car, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
I'm
think
guessing. I
so.
don't know.
Because we didn't. We did we get the 2002 like? Yeah, we got them. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a few of them. We got the 1602, the 2002. I think we got a TI, which was like
Yeah.
the Touring Injection International or whatever, and then we got a turbo. Those are pretty rare, really rare. But I think one of those competed in rally.
Okay.
But again, I can't find that information.
Right.
So, um,
Another first in turboing I found was,
oh yeah.
well, Garrett was formed in 1936, but the first project that was a turbo was a B-17 bomber.
Oh, was that like actually the first
Garrett
application
turbo product from
of
Garrett.
Garrett
Yeah,
for
they
Garrett?
turboed. You know,
So what's the
this
deal?
one's for Dylan.
It's a reciprocating like piston engine with a turbocharger?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
let's go check it out.
I wonder what that
I
looks
like how
like.
when they used to chrome these planes out like that.
Yeah, that looks so cool.
Let's see, engine. I guess I can just type in turbo. Oh,
Oh
they
yeah,
were
there we
turbo
go.
supercharged.
These turbo superchargers were incorporated into the B-17B. I mean, it makes perfect sense for planes, right? Because you
Hmm.
have the altitude.
Well, they did it because
Uh,
they could sustain the same amount of horsepower for long periods of time at high altitudes.
okay.
Yeah, that was like one of the big things about turbos that really worked. Then this also led to well, it actually started with World War II, where they started doing it with tanks and boats too for extended periods of times. You know, heavy loads over long distances, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hmm.
Was there ever, I wonder if there was, maybe you found this, like a turbocharged train?
Well, don't they have the turbo diesel like electric trains or no?
I have no idea, dude. I don't
Yeah,
know shit about trains.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
modern days they do, but back in this time I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. So, oh, here's another one that I couldn't find. But, well, first turbocharged car to win a Formula One race.
Ooh,
That one I don't know.
I would say because turbos got into Formula One around like what is it, the 80s or late 70s?
Late 70s, so actually after Le Mans and all that stuff.
I was gonna say maybe BMW, maybe or
I think maybe BMW was the first to win a championship, like a full year.
okay.
I think so. I mean, it probably would have been a Brabham
Oh,
BMW, like
yeah.
probably. I don't know. The first turbocharged car to compete in F1 though was a Renault.
Okay.
It was a 1.5 V6 1977 Renault.
Let's see,
I'm sure you've seen
1977.
it. It's like a bright yellow Renault that had uh
This thing.
yes,
Which one? The one with the intake or without the big
the one
intake?
with the
Oh, there's a
that
couple.
first one. The one that, sorry, the one on the top row that you were selecting, the
This
one
one right
with,
here.
yeah, that one.
Okay.
That's the first one, I think.
The first Formula One turbo car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says right here. You the first turbocharged F1 car.
Hmm.
Jean Pierre. I don't know how to say that. Jaboulet.
Yeah, but apparently it just broke down all the time.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing. Just slapping turbos
Yeah,
on everything.
yeah. And also at this time, I think was just around the same time that like the Cosworth DFV was coming
Ugh,
out,
the
which
legendary
just,
engine.
yeah, it was just killing it.
Hmm.
Um,
I was like,
I don't know what
this thing
Ferrari's doing
breaking
in it,
down
but
now. It's kind of a reflection of the current day in time.
yeah. Oh yeah, they're still breaking down still. Um, yeah, that's why no one buys their engines in F1.
Yeah, they're just not
Like
reliable.
Renault, Alpine engines. It's just kind of crazy, like that they make their own engine and they're the only ones that don't sell to any other team on the grid.
They're better naturally aspirated.
Maybe, I don't know. This is a crazy time in F1
Oh yeah.
when everyone was making like different things. Like I think Ferrari was doing flat 12s.
Hmm.
Shortly after this, we had the BMW inline fours, the
Oh
M11.
yeah, forgot about that.
Those BMW M11 engines that they were insane. I mean, those are the ones that went up to like 1500 horsepower
Hmm.
at like 12,000 RPM, 80 psi. Like it was just
Those have literal rocket fuel, and they would have to like
very
cryogenically
much.
like freeze it like prior to the race. They had like gas masks on for the race. It was nutty. super volatile. Yeah, it was something you want to touch with like a 10-foot stick sort of deal.
Yeah. Dang.
But we can talk. I know I'll talk about like modern day technology, but that would be kind of off topic.
No, I mean, there's still a lot of innovation. Like,
Hmm.
there's like,
Like there's like
I
the
don't
electric
know.
turbos. You know how they
Yeah,
split
that's
them.
exactly what I was gonna say. Electric turbos. There's the heat, like the one that, like the one that the Mercedes has that we talked about last time with the MGUH.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. That's pretty, that's pretty cool. But I always thought this was a gimmick until I
this
saw it
electric
in
turbo.
F1. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, I guess it works.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like a fake
Because
thing.
you can spin it up in like milliseconds with these
Yeah,
things. Yeah, you're at 40, 100,000 RPM or whatever these things are spinning up to.
pretty
Like
cool.
this is what Mercedes is doing just on a bigger scale. Like this gap would probably be like another foot maybe or like 6 inches.
Yeah, I want to see it on the road car, what it's like. But
Hmm.
on the F1 cars, it's kind of crazy because on the F1 cars, they put the engine in the middle.
Yeah, see if I can find it.
At least, have you seen that?
Seen what? Sorry.
Like in the first turbo hybrid F1 cars, uh, they'll. Oh wait, I want to see.
Something like this, right? Where it's like, well, it's like
Yeah, it's quite big.
one end is over here and the other end is over here.
Yeah. See, that one isn't. That's like a normal style electric turbo. But yeah, exactly like what you're saying on the. Like I think it was the first 2014 Mercedes F1 car that had the turbo split in half.
Right.
Or like it had it like separated down.
Here's the exhaust side of it, and then the intake should be somewhere over here, I guess.
Yeah, again, I don't know what the which model this is.
Right. Oh, here's a better diagram. Kind of illustrates. Oh, perfect. Look at this.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Hmm. So it's just a giant turbine shaft that is
That's
resting
so
between
cool.
the valley.
Yeah.
Would this still be considered a hot V? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of not in the middle, right? You just have
Right.
the you don't have any housings in the
No,
hot
not at all.
cars.
You just have a shaft in the middle.
Yeah.
There's also Porsche's variable geometry turbos.
That one's pretty cool. The the little like doors, the little flaps that change.
Yeah, they changed like the how fast the turbo flows in and out.
Do
So
they
you can
sell that now? Oh yeah, they do, huh? They sell that to like consumers? Like if
I
you wanted to buy like a
oh like for your like a OEM or just for
yeah,
any car.
I don't know, seeing there that it says that Garrett's selling one. I wonder
Here we
I
go.
wonder how effective they are.
Like these little veins, they tilt. They either open up or close up more.
Yeah.
Then, then what else? My car has like a bootleg version of this called a twin scroll turbo.
You say that, but actually I think that's actually like a really
It,
cool thing. I feel like
it's
that's
cool.
actually
It's cool in the sense that there's no moving components to it, and it basically splits the exhaust so that you have some coming in on the low RPMs and some coming in at the high RPMs.
yeah.
And there's different. The housing changes a little bit on the exhaust side.
So it's
Like
supposed to even out the pulses.
yeah, so like
I
right
would
here, let's say you got cylinders one and three here and two and four. This inside edge would come in through and hit the inside of the turbo where the diameter is a lot smaller, so it spools up a
yeah.
lot quicker. And then on the higher RPMs, the other cylinders, you would get this flow coming on the outer end where it's a lot slower to build up, but it would just you would hold your boost pressure. You would get boost pressure earlier and hold it longer.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, my car it started off with a single scroll and then eventually they updated it to a twin scroll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was like a thing, like definitely like 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Hmm.
Subaru, I think Subaru did it. And I think the SR20 had a twin scroll.
Really? Wow, that's a while ago then. Jeez.
Am I crazy? I feel like there was an SR20, like maybe in the S15 that had a twin scroll.
I don't know. I don't know my S chassis very well.
Hmm.
What like you can't. Well, here's that Subaru right here on this one.
Which one? Oh, that's a Subaru one?
Is that
Okay.
well, yeah? That's what the part description says. It's twin scroll. This one has a internal wastegate like my car. Um, hmm. Then
I got time.
I looked
You want
into
to?
okay, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I'll
tell me.
start.
Tell me.
But the final thing, I was looking into Borg Warner, and apparently
Yeah.
they started. They're doing some research on cars recently, and they turns out they discovered this titanium aluminum alloy that's reducing the weight of the impeller shaft, I guess, by 50%, which is like that's a
Huge.
yeah, exactly. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of weight to be saved for
Yeah.
for something that's spinning that fast, that often too.
It's gonna make a huge difference on how quickly it spools up.
Exactly. And I was like, oh,
That's
okay,
awesome.
that's cool, I suppose. And yeah, I think that's all I got. You got anything?
No,
All
I
right,
don't. I
I'll,
actually didn't see any really cool cars. I haven't been out. I've just been studying this whole week, so I
all
haven't
right,
really.
let's see. This one's for you, Bob. I think you'll
Uh-huh.
appreciate this one. You know what this
Oh,
is?
okay.
A
Is that
Toyota,
at a Paseo?
a Paseo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen a car like this in maybe
Oh,
like
those are
5 years.
rare.
A convertible too,
Yeah.
let alone.
Convertible Paseo. That's a classy ride. I, when Mike had that Corolla 11 PZ, like the
Oh yeah,
JDM
yeah, yeah.
Corolla, I always told him it was a Paseo.
Hmm.
I'd always ask him, like, oh, like, is that a Paseo?
Hmm. I've driven one of these vans, like normal height. These things are kind of weird to drive because the engine's like half, like inside with you.
Yeah.
It's a mid engine, front mid engine.
Yeah, front, like almost kind of like front mid-engine. Yeah, I've driven a few vans, not like this old, but
Hmm.
the like Astros, express vans and all.
Okay,
Oh, that's nice.
this is an S coupe. I love this. This is a
Yeah, that's very cool.
very short life.
Yeah,
They changed it.
yeah. They
It was
went
the
before they went to the
The
CL.
CE, CL, then the S coupe, and back to the CL. This has to be like mid
Oh,
'90s.
yeah. I guess what was the first version of this? Would it have been
It
like
was
before they called it an S coupe? Was it a Rivian? Crazy.
this is the SUV though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the R1S. And the
Okay.
cool, well, not cool thing. For they shortened the wheelbase by like 9 inches, I think, or 8 inches for compared to the truck, the pickup.
It doesn't look very good.
Uh, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Maybe if I saw it in person.
I think so. And
Uh-huh.
then this exhaust setup, I kind of interesting.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like I thought this is where you're supposed to step on the truck, I guess, like get into the tailgate,
Yeah,
but they
the license plate is where supposed to go.
right,
Yeah,
and then also it looks like they added like they welded the plastic to continue straight across, and then made a hole for
that's nice.
the hitch.
That's sick. I
Yeah,
love it.
and you'll appreciate this one. An
What am I
Exige.
looking at? Oh, an Exige. Wow, I never see those.
Yeah,
That hardtop is not easily removable on an Exige.
man, you gotta look hard when you drive one of these. Okay.
Yeah, that's not easy to remove. It's not like an Elise.
Okay.
Yeah, it is removable, but it's not like the same thing. Oh, I love that.
It was an old like 50, 60-year old or old, 60 and up, I should say.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, this is a gnarly setup for the engine too.
Yeah, definitely. The twin carbs and I like that exhaust though.
This Mustang. I thought he was mixing matching like different years of generations, but I guess not.
No, it's like a 68.
It's like the Mach 1 or something, or Boss, right? Something like that.
I don't know. I think it would just be like a 68 GT.
Okay. This one was for Dylan, but he's not around because his mic privileges were revoked. But this is like an
Yeah.
OG Jeep.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the first thing,
It has old ass plate
but
too.
God, that thing must drive terribly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that shit is probably awful
Is
on the
this
road.
a crank start right here from how old it is? I don't know.
I think they had the PTO option.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't think that's it. I think it would be lower by the crank,
Right,
but
exactly.
they made some 60s, 70s Jeep. Adele would know, but that had the PTO to power stuff.
And
Whoa.
then for our
A
fellow
Natasha car?
weebs, and it also had, I don't know
Yeah.
if you can catch it, it had AMG badge.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's how you
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, exactly. For my fellow
That's cool.
weebs. Anywho, you got anything else?
I don't know. I don't have anything this
All right,
week.
all right. Well, until next time. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
thanks, Colin. Bye.
Ooh, that was a short one.